Call the meeting to order at 6:01.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of the June meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Do we have any? We have no organizational representatives, nothing on that, right?
No,
All right, so
nothing.
we'll move on to old business, Kim. Refield.
We're looking at Reed Field. The one thing we're trying to do to try to block people from going back, that little access road we looked at, going back to the dog park last year. We're thinking of maybe putting up a little chain link gate to keep people from going back there. What are your thoughts?
Where are you talking about now?
Once you pull into the main, like the parking lot in the back, there's like that little access road that goes back where people dump heading towards the cemetery
Yeah,
inside. And we've had problems with people driving back there and, drinking, dumping. Yeah.
Yeah,
dumping
okay, I
it-
remember finding that stuff in the bushes.
Yeah. So we're thinking of putting up just a little gate to block people from going back there, and just that might be the next step. So anybody that drives by, at least will see them in the main parking lot.
yeah.
Do you think the highway department might have a couple of big boulders they can drop there?
The issue with that is when the cemetery, that's where they drive back there to dump their brush.
Okay. All
We
right.
did look into that as well.
Okay.
All right, so we'll get some estimates on that and go from there.
All right. All right, field permits.
Yep. Give me 1 second here. The first one we have is the South Shore Rocks. They're looking to use McKinney and Reed for their baseball. They're going to be using Reed mainly on Saturdays, McKinney on Sundays. And in the fall, we did charge them $550, never collected because of COVID. But they're looking to do their summer league, but they do have to follow the guidelines that have come out, and I will go over all those with each league that we have.
Motion to approve.
I'll second. Uh-oh.
Did you second it, Josh?
Is there a fee on that?
Oh,
We had a fee. We did a $550 in the spring. Excuse me.
Okay, sorry.
We never collected, so it'd have to be, $550 if you guys want to do $550 again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll amend my motion. 7-Eleven to 8/15. Actually, it's only a month. Amend my motion to 225.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next one we have is Easton Babe Ruth. Easton does not have fields to play this year. They got our name and they did reach out to us about allowing their Babe Ruth League to play on our fields. There is no room at Burke, but during the week we do have room at McKinney. They
Would they
normally
shut
play.
all this stuff down?
What's that?
They shut everything down in Easton?
They normally play at Oliver Ames, all their games, but they are not allowing games there this year. A lot of places on school property are not allowing that to happen this year.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
So they did reach out, and but all they could do would be Monday through Friday. There's no weekend availability.
Raynham have a Babe Ruth going?
Raynham does have a Babe Ruth, but they're only playing their games at the Burke Field, and they're playing Monday through Saturday with Sundays as their rain out day.
Okay.
So this works.
It does work, yes.
Uh,
What, typically with the summer season runs from what, June to September?
Yes, sir.
This is again, this is over a month, like 6 weeks. I'll make a motion to approve the permit with a $400 fee.
I'll second that.
all right, all in favor? Aye.
And a thank you from the town of Easton. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Can't believe they don't have facilities for those kids.
yeah, I mean, they were
They
they
did,
were referred to us, so, you know, glad to help them out. And finally, the last one we have is the Raynham Masters Soccer Club. Their fall season permit, if soccer is allowed, come this fall, because soccer is right now is at the highest risk level,
It
and
is?
games at that point are not allowed in the state. That one I sent separately, Jim. I'm not sure if you have it.
No, I got it.
Okay. And in the spring, we charge $5.50, but do not collect any money.
And because they didn't play, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if they do have the season, I would approve their permit for a fee of $5.50.
I'll second that.
All in favor? I gotta hear the aye.
Aye.
I don't know who
Give the
was
guy a
running.
gavel and
I
all
don't
of a
know who
sudden,
was the chair before me, but I don't put up with that crap.
give the guy a gavel and he thinks he's running the world.
All right, moving on. The Chico basketball court.
Yeah, this part I wanted to talk to you guys. This is kind of a slippery slope we have going right now. Again, basketball is at that highest level, and games are not allowed. We still have the locks on the gates because phase 3 just began yesterday. We can take the locks off and roll the dice with people just coming from all over. Other towns have had problems with people coming into their towns, or we can keep the locks on, because once the locks come off, there'll be no guarantee kids can just go there and shoot. Games will break out. So, I mean, it is the risk if we do run it.
I mean, do we have people down at the junior high playing basketball?
They've been shooting around at the RMS, and they're trying to get onto our courts. They have hopped the fence quite a bit, but a lot of times, few ones I've dealt with have been from Taunton, coming in from looking for just places to play.
Yeah.
I mean, but as of now, they're not supposed to be playing any type of scrimmages, games, things like that. And if it's one thing if one of us just went down there and shot, but games will break out because it is a very popular court.
I mean, they're not organized. They're pickup, if at all. I mean, it's no different than the kids across the street playing basketball.
Yep. Okay.
I say open it. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. I mean,
Okay.
if
Not a problem.
we can always close it up if it becomes an issue.
Sure.
You know, like some other towns, if they're climbing the fence and it is becoming an issue, then we'll do the old 2x4 with a lag bolt through the, or you know, that's what they did in the cities. They took 2x4s and blocked off the hoop.
Yep.
You know, so.
All will never come down.
But
Yep,
I
nope.
say, I
Yep.
say
I'll
open.
take care of that. I'll take care of that tomorrow.
And Sunday morning
Yes.
softball.
Yeah, nobody over 70 can play basketball.
The Sunday morning softball, they're going to start their league officially on this Sunday. They had a couple of requests. One, we originally charged them $1,100 for the 2 seasons that they're going to play. Can we reduce that fee now that it's basically 1 season they're going to be playing?
Motion to reduce it to $550.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye, Jim.
The other thing that,
Wait a minute, I need you to hold on.
yep, sorry, Esther.
Holding on.
Waiting.
Thanks, Copy. This portion of our program is brought to you by Duncan.
And that was unanimous?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Farm
Yep.
stand?
And the other thing they're asking, and I think I'm totally against this, to be honest with you, is they want to change to just signing waivers and not giving us their insurance policy. That would be against town policy, and it would create too much of a liability for us. So if they want to do their season, we do need their insurance. Just want to make sure that you guys are aware in case you get any calls on that one.
What are they trying to run the season without insurance? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cheap
And-
for crying out loud. It's only like $1,000.
Yeah, and they're trying to do that, so, but, and finally, they're asking if they can use a third field, because they're struggling for fields as well. They're asking if they can use the RMS softball field. There's nothing going on there this summer. So if you guys are fine with it, it's not a problem on my end, because like I said, nothing's going on out there.
But it changes the fee, doesn't it?
It would do, I mean, it would do that, yes.
Are they aware of that, though? I mean,
They were hoping we were going to eliminate all fees for them this year. When we spoke, so.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right.
So it would increase, if they want that extra field.
Motion to allow them to use the third field and change the fee to $800.
I'll second that.
all in favor? Aye. Chris?
Aye.
Say it.
I must be muted.
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay, that's it for that part. There's just one more thing to go over on new business. And we spoke about this last year, the farm stand.
Yeah.
And this new group, and it took a while to get some answers on this one, but this new group has been going through the selectman's office to get their permit. Haven't been coming to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be reaching out to Graham and the Board of Selectmen's office to find out where this changed, because normally it should come through us for approval since that's on our land.
All right, it should be going to Board and Colony account.
Yeah,
That money
Yeah.
should be going to Board and Colony.
so,
I knew we missed something last year.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be taking care of that this week, just so they're aware that that's ours, and we'll take care of that going forward.
Thank you.
And that is it for new business, gentlemen.
All right, any commissioner reports? Chris?
I'm embarrassed to say that I missed a town meeting because I really wanted to attend it, but I completely fell off my radar.
Yep.
And I'm also embarrassed to say that I haven't followed up on those particular articles that affected us. So
Well,
I'm asking you, Tim, for a,
Yep, not a problem. Those articles we did discuss have been held over to a special town meeting on September 14th. So 7 o'clock, not sure if it's gonna be inside or outside, who knows? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But it was put off until that Monday night, so we can really dive into that night. So, but besides that, everything else went great that night. No issues on our budget. Everything's all good, and the library is now gonna become part of the official town, become an official town building. So it wasn't before, which I was not aware of.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Chris, can you finish? I gotta go. I have to leave the meeting, all right?
Bye.
Sorry. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Jim. Take care.
Leave.
What time do you have?
I have
6:17.
6:17.
6:17?
Yes, ma'am.
So you
This
can
conference
keep it
will
recorded.
now be recorded.
Oh, you're back.
All right, back in it. I was just gonna ask how Norm was doing as far as help this year so far. If he's back to, I know we talked about it, but I wasn't quite sure where he's at.
They're still not back to where they've been in the past, honestly, Josh. It's something that, they got such a late start on the season,
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the manpower he has when, like, let's say when I worked there years ago, when you worked there.
yeah,
So it's something that, and they were behind, and right when we all got back mainly from the COVID, they were just cutting grass, just trying to keep up going that direction. But they're starting
Yeah.
to catch up now. I spoke to Norm today, and they can start working on some projects, but it's definitely been a challenge for them.
yeah. Is there any objection to trying to get them back under us, like Park and Rec and Grounds, and then something like that?
I have no objection.
Okay.
I think that's where they belong.
Is that
I don't know how to start that conversation, Tim, but
yeah, I wouldn't either.
I will. I'll reach out to the town and see what I can find out, and then I'll give you guys an update, and where we're at on that one. So it could be a lengthy process. Again, this will be the first time diving into something like this, so we'll
Yeah,
find out.
whatever your thoughts are on it, and
Yep.
I don't know if it's I think
maybe,
it'd be beneficial.
yeah. Maybe you can request that the clerk's office finds the literature that's related to the meetings that disbanded them.
Okay.
And I'm sure SJ, she'll have a much better understanding of the time frame. It was right when I started, and I can't even remember. I was trying to think of that today. It was right before that, right before Liz, I believe, or right as Liz was coming on.
I will look into that, and I'll let you guys know what I find out.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you.
That's all I really have today.
Okay, I guess staff reports, SJ?
I have nothing.
Are you
Nothing?
sure, SJ? I don't want to jump ahead of you.
Be a wise
Steal your
guy.
thunder.
Okay, just a few things. Again, it was very unfortunate we had to cancel our summer program this year. We just didn't have the numbers, and it just didn't work out. Again, everything with COVID is, you just don't know what to expect. So we're looking forward to trying again next year, getting it back to normal, I hope, and going from there. We are trying some other type of programming. I do have a mini program starting next week, a STEM program across the street. We're going to do it at the pavilion. It's going to be building robots through a group called Minds in Motion. And it's good to go. The class looks good. So that's going to be Monday through Friday, 9 to 12. And another thing we're looking at doing is a possible cornhole tournament. Just a type of event. And if that works out, we may turn into like a fall league or something like that. Just trying different things to get the community more involved. This Saturday, Nick Winters, who's our Eagle Scout, is supposed to be putting in the new cornhole court he's installing for us, which would be a great thing. It's going to go right beside the bocce courts.
I
Just
saw
hopefully,
it. I saw that taped out. I
Yeah.
should ask you about that.
yeah, he's and I even sent him the old design of the ducks. He's going to try to put those on the board if possible. But I am hearing they're talking about a tropical depression coming up this weekend, so I'm not sure if it's going to.
Oh yeah.
They're saying Friday night into Saturday could be one of those kind of nights.
Oh, fun.
So we're going to play that by ear, but I'll be around all day Saturday, helping out with the project and seeing how all the leagues are going, because Little League is starting tomorrow night. We do have a bunch of cleaning supplies. We've been in the office. We had those all set for summer. I am going to roll that over to daycare. Market Carter Paint is going to be doing some painting for us this month. Working on the gazebo, working on the fence, working on daycare. And also, I'm sorry, the office as well. We did replace a couple of boards on the deck before he did it because they were splintering and coming up. So we are ahead there. So, and then it'll be nice to go out there and get some fresh air during the day. This next one is the big wild card and everything right now. I have been in contact with Derek and the schools. As we all know, nobody has a clue what's going on this fall. So I have Sarah really preparing for any scenario possible. In my opinion, the most likely scenario is going to be half the kids go week A, the other half goes week B, if I had to put a guess into it. But nothing's official because they can only put up to 10 to 12 kids per classroom. And I did see one of the classrooms, and it's going to be a different way of learning this year. And on a personal level, I'm dreading it because it was a hard enough spring doing the virtual learning with my son. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Triple E has already been found in the state in mosquitoes. So just something to watch as we get closer because it will affect possible events down the line. And also for fall programming, not sure what the school is going to look like again. So I'm looking at different options, Lion Club, COA, about hosting some events in there so we can make sure we keep the programming up as the school year gets going. And that's all I have this evening.
How's the I forget the name of the building next to the horse ring.
Oh, the Gymkhana?
Gymkhana. You
Yep.
should look into dressing that place up.
Yep. I mean, that was something, it does need it. We did turn on the water today because the horse shows are supposed to start this weekend. We do have to get some plumbing work done for them. So we're getting something done on Friday morning in there. But that definitely could use an upkeep. We just replaced some shingles recently, but inside is what really needs to get done.
Yeah, the outside's everything's been done, windows and siding and roofing, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it's
we
more
should
the,
invest into the inside so we can use that space for particular times. And
yep, absolutely.
I could see Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, all that stuff could be using that
Yep.
space if they needed it. And it's got a kitchen, right?
It does. It's not a great kitchen, but it does have a kitchen.
Yeah. Okay.
But it has bathrooms. It has things that we can use as long as other groups that go in don't mess it up too much on us and leave it a mess. But they're gonna have to follow the guidelines to clean everything, which easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but that's really it for me.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to end this meeting, Josh.
I'll second that. 6:26. Oh,
6:26. Aye.
I am in favor.
And Josh, congratulations getting reelected.